Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing another heavy video, but I'm going to try to keep it lighthearted just like the last one where I talked about my mental illness, and now I'm going to be sharing about my testimony coming to Jesus. So I grew up in a very Christian household. My parents were involved in church. My mom did like all the plays. Both of them did all the plays. They led youth group for a while. They led college group for a while. My dad sang. They were just very involved, and it was a good thing, and they loved Jesus. And I gave my parents such a hard time. I was very angry a lot. I'm not sure why. And I couldn't really relate with other kids a lot, and they couldn't relate with me, and the friends that I had, you know, they were great friends, like I said in my last video. And I knew that Jesus died for me, and I knew that God loved me and created me. I knew all those things. I never stopped believing those things. But when I got a little bit older, I just stopped caring. And I kind of reached a point where I was like, you know, I'm kind of too far gone. I can't really come back from this. And eventually I stopped caring about what God thought. I think I was 20, almost 21, when I entered a relationship with someone that seemed super nice, but he started to be very emotionally abusive. It was like I wasn't allowed to be myself unless he thought I could. And I'm not saying that I was perfect. I think we were both very toxic to each other. But when I look back, I see that even after we broke up, I made excuses for the way he would treat me. Friends were telling me that this was a bad thing. So after I got out of that relationship, I did go to church more, but I still wasn't really living for God the way I should have been. And I remember I started working at Fred Meyer, which if you live in another state that doesn't have Fred Meyer, it's like Kroger, but it has, it's almost like Walmart, I guess. So I was working there, and I met my husband, and it was while I wasn't living for God. I was drinking a lot, going out with people, and kind of ignoring certain things that were wrong, and I wasn't praying to God. I was self-medicating for my mental illness that I didn't even know that I had. It was just a hot mess. And I remember fighting my feelings for him because he was a Christian that was going to be a pastor, and I was like, I'm not good enough to really be a Christian anymore. And I remember one night I had been drinking, sorry mom and dad, and I got sick to my stomach, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't good, and I want to be living for God and not myself. I don't want to be trying to do this on my own anymore. And also I was like, you know what? I am worthy because God says I'm worthy. And after that, I did pursue a relationship with my husband because I didn't feel like I wasn't good enough to be a pastor's wife. So it all kind of happened at the same time, but I didn't become a Christian for him. It was like the other way around, you know? But after that, it was like I just had this like light switch, and I switched my focus, and I wanted it to be all about God. And I do still have issues emotionally. I have anger issues that I need to work through, and I still need to be a better wife, but I have a relationship with Jesus that I've never had before, and it's really awesome. And I love being married and going to bed early and not, you know, like partying, which I never really was a partier. I didn't really enjoy it most of the time, but it was like I just wanted to be like not thinking about my problems. I am so thankful that God forgave me and that he gave me a new heart and a new life to live for him, and an amazing husband and an amazing group of friends that ask me how I'm doing with my walk with the Lord. And yeah, that's pretty much my story. I just really want to tell, this could be for nobody, but this could be for just one person that needs to hear this. If you're in a relationship with someone that doesn't want you to serve God, that doesn't care about the things that are important to you, just get out. I mean, it might not necessarily be emotionally abusive and manipulative like my relationship was, but it doesn't need to get to that point. God's not gonna want you to be with someone that doesn't care about you and that doesn't care about him, because he's number one. So please, please, please get out of a relationship where you're being treated like that, because it's not okay. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do because this is probably really, really long. But I don't know why I'm having trouble ending this, but